Right. I don't have... I really wish I could. I knew how to get open the force engine into a... put the force engine into a window, but I have no idea how to do that. I'm gonna try anyways. Damn it! Doxed. Okay. Okay, there we go. The force engine is now in a window. Okay. So, I just fired it up. The only thing I've done so far is I've installed Dark Forces. I've installed the force engine. I've only fired it up to make sure it works. That's all I've done so far with this game. Confidential message from Senator Mon Mothma. Rebellion is counting on the completion of this mission, Commander Katarn. I hope success is on your side. Prologue Mission 1, the Death Star plans. Operation Skyhook Phase 2. Okay, background. The Death Star plans are locked away at an Imperial secret base on the planet Danuda, where they await transport to Lord Vader. Very little is known about the layout of the base itself, so I am afraid you will have to act as your own reconnaissance. Once you have the plans, get out immediately. Operation Skyhook will deliver the plans to Princess Leia on the consular ship Tantive 4. She will then continue the mission. Find and retrieve the Death Star plans. Return to your ship on the roof of the base. Okay. Now, I do not have the remastered version of this game. I only have the original version of this game. Let's get rid of that ugly fugly bloom. Post FX bloom. Okay, 8-bit interpolated. Having the 8-bit interpolated can look better than the modern graphics, because you know how some colors get washed out when they... You know how in Heretic you have the color map that makes color fade to their darker versions beautifully, but in other modern games, with the hardware renderer, the hardware accelerated renderer, it just ignores the color map, and you get these colors that look washed out. Can I turn off the auto aim? System. Game. Okay. Okay, right here it says enable auto aim. I can aim like a man. I can aim like a man, you know. Because I don't need auto aim, I can aim like a man. Alright. Revive. I don't know what revive does other than fills up your shields. You know. Really don't know what revive does other than filling up your shields, but it's nice that we have this auto map here. Truly an automap. The automap is a really good feature. But Doom had the automap, Quake did not have the automap. Doom had the automap because, well, it was easier to add an automap to Doom than it is to add an automap to Quake. I don't know if there are any Quake ports that have an automap. I don't think they are. I don't think there are. Oh, I see something up there. I don't think I would have seen that if not for the automap showing me that detail. I didn't look up, and because, you know, up is the direction we rarely look in. Where is that keycard? See, the elevators work like they do in Duke Nukem 3D, where you stand on the elevator sector and press the use key to activate it using the red key. You still keep the red key even when you use it. Oh man. A lot of Star Wars. Speaking of Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars characters wear cloaks from time to time. Like you have Darth Vader is the most obvious example. Last night I watched a bit of Star Wars Episode 8. Return of the Jedi. It's a real shame that, you know, that Disney took a whole bunch of games off of Steam, GOG, but here they do that. I haven't actually, well, actually they did take a whole bunch of games away from Steam. Supposedly they're doing it because they're gonna go Epic exclusive. I hear rumors they might even buy out Epic Games using Unreal Engine for a lot of things. Ooh, secret area. Found a secret. Oh, how was I supposed to know this was here? I'm glad I found this either way, but how was I supposed to know that this was here other than just clicking on the wall? Just clicking frantically on the walls. I really don't think there's any other way I could have known. Like, a lot of other secret areas have orange spots on the texture. There's stuff that, to make it easier, to make it a bit easier to spot them, but mission objectives complete. I mean, I got the plans to the Death Star. What's in here? An extra life. I don't remember whether I've been up here or not yet, but hey, I haven't. Gosh, you trying to bunny hop in every game as if it were Quake. Good grief. me trying to bunny hop in every game as if it were Quake. Gosh. I get over to the other side. I can't remember. That's how I get over to the other side. What? No. And how do I find out secrets are? How do I find out where the other secrets are? It looks like... So it looks like this game. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to search for secrets. Well, maybe that's all the secret I'm trying to find. Objectives complete. But goodness. There was something on the other side, wasn't there? Like another secret. Huh, I see it. I don't know if there's any difference between primary fire and alt fire here. You know, the left mouse button and right mouse button. Looks like there is not. Okay, I got over there, but... Oh, I can run! Doesn't use my stamina or something. No, it looks like I can just run, and I can just run like heck, and I won't be. Okay, mission objective complete. Oh yeah, secret. Indeed, I did. Could this be a secret exit to a secret level? Red goggles. I use those infrared goggles somehow. When I have an inventory in the video game, I prefer to use the middle mouse button to manage it. You know, like Minecraft. Weapon supercharge. Escape key to end mission. What? No, that just gets me back to the menu. I got stuff to do here. Gotta get back to my ship. Gosh. A lot of characters in a Star Wars movie needs to wear cloaks. Aw, man. Did I miss my ride? Okay, next mission. Continue to next mission, yes. Well, so that's how I do it. Yeah, this is my first time playing. And don't expect me to be familiar with the game. This is very much a blind playthrough. Here we have the Imperial Star Destroyer. It looks like it's under construction. There's Darth Vader.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Monk.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi Knights. At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
That's no moon, that's a space station.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice. The Empire has been keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Death Star. 5 days ago, the Empire attacked one of our secret bases in the city of Talay.
This is TAC base to anybody out there. Please, we're under Imperial attack. There was no warning at all. Total devastation. They broke through our shield. They broke through our shield!
TAC base was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city, as well as the rebel staff, were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified. This Imperial officer, Crix Medine, wishes to defect to the Alliance. He has supplied us with information on the development of a new Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
This could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander, and may the Force be with you.
Okay, Tale attack base. After the massacre. It's good to see you, Kyle. Good job on Operation Skyhook. The rebels were very impressed. Now it's back to mission hopping just like the old days. Rebel Command has made a brief reconnaissance of the area, and it's swarming with Imperial activity. The power is still down in the city, so soon the systems are going to be down as well. You'll need to find the main hydroelectric power generator and get it back online. The Empire usually gets sloppy after a major offensive, so we may be able to find evidence or leads about this new Dark Trooper we've been hearing about through Crix Madine. His contacts inside the Empire will help us follow up on anything you may pick up. Good hunting, Kyle. Okay, find and restart the hydroelectric power generator, find some clue to the Dark Trooper, return to the landing area. Well, Mr. Ryan's still playing on easy. Well, I'm... well, it's my first time playing, obviously. My goodness, what happened to those guys? Yeah, I'm just searching for secret areas at this point. Clear that this game uses an engine like Nukem 3D or Doom, vector based, but there's a lot more to it. But there's more to it than just being sector-based. Like, the sectors are connected in ways. I have to fire my gun to light things up here. I'm sure a modern game engine could. Do much fancier things with the lighting. You know, speaking of modern game engines, if you make a game on a modern game engine, but you deliberately make it to look like a game from the past, well, I would call that retro. A few days ago I got contacted by another streamer on Twitch. And this is a streamer who I haven't interacted with. I guess he for some reason showed up on their feed and decided to check me out for that. I guess he decided to check me out because of that. Whatever. I'm pressing the shift key to run, but hey, young Kyle Katarn. I can just run indefinitely. So I can do this. Maybe this is how bunny hopping. It is almost like bunny hopping in Quake. I don't know if I don't think, as far as I know, Kyle has infinite energy. He doesn't have a limited supply of energy, so he can just run as much as he wants. I don't even know, searching for secrets again, I don't even know if that was all the secrets on the first level. It may have been, it may have not been. I really don't get to see how many secrets I found yet, and how many secrets are on the level. Like, I don't even get the end of level stat screen. Okay, this building is ruined. Oh yeah, we're supposed to restart the hydroelectric power generator, and I'm supposed to find information about this dark trooper. Oh, come on, you mean I can't go back? This looks like a bar. And to think this was from the same guy who was behind Day of the Tentacle, Maniac Mansion, Zack McCracken, Monkey Island, George Lucas. Now, how do I turn the lights on? I don't know if there's any benefit to punching the guy instead of shooting him. I heard a punch sound, and so looks like there's no time to check for that. Weapon supercharge. And if this runs out before I get to kill anything, I'll be disappointed. Okay, is this the... Yeah, this looks like the hydroelectric power generator. And... oh my goodness. Yeah, that is the hydroelectric power generator. I can now use these doors. No, with shaders, it's possible to... It's possible to do anything with the... Possible to do what you would like with the... I'm just thinking, with regards to the washed out colors in video games like this when you use the hardware accelerated renderer, well, it's possible to with shaders, it's possible to make it use a different color model for making it fade to a dark color, so that you won't get, so that you'll get, so that it will look better, so that it will look, possible to make it look better, possible to make colors look less washed out when you fade them to a darker version. Okay, I can still get back out here. Nothing over here, I guess. Yeah, nothing over here. No, I saw the YouTube video talking about piracy, talking about how Japanese people's stance on piracy and how that has started a culture war between the West and the Japanese. We can't agree on everything, but I have been doing research on why people commit piracy. I think among the top reasons for people committing piracy is things not being available, things not being cheap enough, not being affordable, and maybe the company, maybe the vendor acting in such an asinine manner, or that the pirates think that vendor deserves it. Dark Trooper weapon. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. I assumed I would be able to select it and use it, but no. Okay. 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3. What do you know? A spiral staircase in a game that isn't Doom, a game that isn't a build engine game like Duke Nukem 3D or Blood. Okay, so I found the Dark Trooper weapon, and I found powered on the hydroelectric generator. I found a Dark Trooper weapon. Really, you do have to crouch down there in order to flip that switch, eh? And, well, at least I found a secret. Well, so I found a secret by doing that. How do I get this open? Or is that even possible? Oh, man. You know, seeing my PNG tuber reminds me that a lot of Star Wars characters wear, in the movies they wear, a lot of Star Wars characters wear cloaks. Like I saw, like at the beginning of Return of the Jedi, I saw both Luke Skywalker and the lady contacting them. They were both wearing cloaks at some point. Maybe because they were Jedi, you know? Maybe because Luke Skywalker is a Jedi, maybe because of the weather on the really cool weather on the island. Really wonder what kind of locations they went to film though. What kind of places they went to film those things. Okay. It's possible to... I thought it was possible to get through that door. Not now. I guess... Not now. Gosh, what a big map. I think this kind of big map is... These kinds of big maps are stuff that Doom doesn't... Stuff that a lot of Doom mods and game projects have. Oh man, that almost looks like a star texture. It almost looks like a Doom Startan texture. Just imagining what I would do if I didn't have... I was on the last legs of my HP and shields. It's unlikely that even though that's unlikely since I have the difficulty set to easy. Gosh, and I hear the Outlaws, the game Outlaws is made on the same engine as Dark Forces. It's made by the same studio. Same engine. Okay. But you know, the Japanese, we've seen the Japanese talk about piracy, copyright on Twitter. It really gives a whole new perspective on the... I wasn't happy about the Nintendo and the Pokemon company shutting down Poke National Geographic. I mean, it doesn't hurt there's no way that it hurts their business, so why would they go after them? Why would they go after this fan project, Poke National Geographic? And what city, the subterranean hideout, that thing you found was a weapon of some sort, too large for a human being to use. Most likely it's a prototype weapon for the Dark Trooper. I found the symbol NR on the barrel. The signature of an infamous weapons specialist named Moff Rebus, a real character known for his paranoia and extreme loyalty to the Empire. He may be our next lead to the Dark Trooper. Rebus has hidden himself somewhere deep within the sewage system under the city of Analat. He has engineered an elaborate series of drain gate switches designed to thwart any intruders from discovering the route to his lab. First, activate these switches, then your search for Rebus may begin. Beware, it is likely that Rebus has surrounded himself with guard droids, and the largely unexplored sewer maze may hold other dangers as well. Remember, we need both of you back alive. I'll have the decontamination shower warmed up and ready. Find the Imperial Weapons Engineer Moff Rebus. And a rebus is a puzzle where you have words and a rebus is a puzzle where you have words and the words look a certain way, and it's supposed to be a hint to what the word, and the appearance of the words is supposed to be a hint as to what the answer to the rebus is. I don't like rebus puzzles. And jumping around and walking around in shit. Walking around in shit. Okay. Reminds me of Alien Vendetta. Well, there, on one of the levels of Alien Vendetta, there are these narrow tunnels that really these narrow tunnels. With them around, I am effectively a sitting duck. But hey, this game was originally a DOS game, so... And you know how I'm a huge fan. How I'm just a huge simp for MS-DOS games. My mouse button sometimes doesn't work like the way I'd like it to work. I've got a replacement mouse coming. They'll be arriving very soon, relatively tomorrow. They'll be arriving like tomorrow, I think. Eight. Back there. Like maybe there's secret area over there. Just how disgusting. Thermal detonators, huh? Okay, here's the secret area. Nice. But how am I supposed to use the infrared goggles? I wonder, would it be better to punch those things? See, it's filling up the... See, it's filling up the reservoir. Oh, I see something over here. It's just the way I came in. Nothing special about it. Is that like the stalkers in Hexen? I think those are like the stalkers in Hexen. Oh, come on. Things are annoying. Not finished my mission, but this is... Well, that's the way back. Will that flood the reservoir some more? Okay. But I go the way that I haven't. Go the other way this time. Go the other way this time. Don't have all day, you know. What's over here? I just go in the wrong. Just scrolling in the wrong direction in the original 2. Is that also in the original game? Looks like I have a better time in trying to hit that guy from. Wonder if there's a secret in here. Wonder if there's a secret in here. Gosh, to make this force for their dark forces, they had to reverse engineer for the whole game. This has actually been quite a long time in the making. This engine has been quite a long time in the making. Dark forces. It was originally going to support Dark Forces, Outlaws, as well as the Elder Scrolls, one of the Elder Scrolls games, Daggerfall, I think. The Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, I think. But, and also another game, Blood. You know, Blood by Monolith. But they have to. But they decided to cut down the scope of the project to just Dark Forces and Outlaws. So, you know, makes sense because there's already a source for it there's already a number of source for it for Blood. And they used they're based on Eduke 32 or another build engine ports. Too bad I cannot save my game. I'm lost. No, I'm thinking of playing Wing Commander 3 because, you know, Wing Commander takes so much from Star Wars. You have Star Wars like music in Wing Commander. You have space combat in Wing Commander. You have the Kilrathi in Wing Commander. You know, in the Kilrathi, you look like the Wookiees in Star Wars. And you're and you even have a Kilrathi who's really became very loyal to a human in Wing Commander. There's Kira. It's Kira. Kira and Aussie. You know, it's Ian St. John's friend. Kira Fry, a hunter nar Aussie, is Ian St. John's Kilrathi friend, and it's trying, and maybe it's a bit like Han Solo and Chewbacca. Okay. Okay, now we can go through here. Thermal detonators. feel bad about taking that third shield pickup, because I really didn't need to. Come on! Come on! Annoying when you can't hit that jerk. Annoying when you can't hit that little jerk. Oh, come on. There's gotta be a way to get... Gotta be a way to get up there. Get down there. What do you know? Come on. What is that? What is that down there? Okay, fine, I'm not grabbing it today. Your life. Those are always good to have. Survive. Yes, the classic secret area behind waterfall. Yes. Secret area behind waterfalls. There's such a trope, they should have it on TV tropes. Did that death explosion hurt me? It wasn't very big. Anything down here? Or perhaps. Yeah. Stuff down there, alright. There's stuff down there, alright. I was hoping to get up into the... but... Well, Wing Commander's got space combat and music that's now a bit even sounds like Star Wars music. Oh, damn. So I can chuck these grenades too. Man. I wonder if one of these sides of these pillars can is hiding a secret area or a button that opens a secret area. That looks like the weapons guy I was looking for. Okay, next mission. Continue to next mission. Moff Rebus designed the prototype weapons for the Dark Troopers. He wouldn't reveal much under questioning, but During one of his rants, he revealed, "You should have seen the results of our test run on Fest. My weapons are going to put a lot of holes in a lot of rebel scum." Kriegsmedicine has confirmed the existence of an Imperial weapons site on the planet Fest, doing metallurgical research on new alloys. Knowing what kind of metals they're using will give us definite clues to the Dark Troopers. I'll drop you in an old landing area far outside the base, surrounded by rocky cliff areas. Be careful, one bad move and you'll be a crater. The base itself is very deep within the rock, with an Axis-controlled front encampment that protects it from a strong frontal attack. Find other openings that may provide easier entry. When you have completed your mission, I'll pick you up at the drop point. Otherwise, it's just the way you like it, on your own. Infiltrate the base and find some samples of the metal that they are testing. Return to the landing area. Also, I get to keep the loadout that I get to keep the weapons and energy that I picked up the last time. Ooh. Hey, this might be a secret. Also, I bought a mouse. I mentioned that I bought a new mouse. I bought a new mouse for my computer because the left mouse button of my the left mouse button that I currently have on my grid mouse is giving out. Okay, I'm glad I had so many lives there. Well, I got another life. I don't trust this. That's gonna kill me when I fall to the bottom. Glad I didn't die from that fall, but I might just mess up a fall so bad that I end up kicking the bucket because of I just end up falling in the wrong place when I don't want to. Does that count as a secret area? I guess not. Thought that I would. I'm glad I didn't die from that fall, but I thought I would be able to kill those guys with the grenade that I was holding here. What if I... I'm just gonna use this weapon because I think it's more accurate. That's death. That's death. Alright. Is falling damage a thing in this game? No. Falling damage is a thing in this game.
You there, stop the car. This area.
Shield supercharge. Man. What am I supposed to do here? It would be disappointing if my shield supercharge ran out before I got the chance to take advantage of it, you know. What is... There's something below that. Oh, come on, I'm pressing the U key and trying to open this door, but it's doing nothing. You know, I do not like pirating things either, but it's too often that video game companies leave us with no choice but to pirate stuff because, as you know, they refuse to sell a certain game, or they refuse to, or they lost the license to a game because that license had a time limit on it. I like what GOG is doing with games. They're re-releasing, they're getting in touch with these companies that own the rights for these games. They're asking them to do re-releases on GOG. But, you know, I don't know of very many games on GOG.com that have the console versions available. But I do know that Soccer Kid on GOG.com has the Super Nintendo version. I know that Soccer Kid on GOG.com has the Super Nintendo version. And I know that one has the... Okay, there's the falling damage. Can I get under this? Oh, damn. Would be a bad idea for me to take any more falling damage. Throwing grenades with the door. And throwing grenades with the doors, like... Shooting the doors. Doesn't get me into the... Doesn't get the doors open. And... Might be... dead! Up. Out of a poop. And there's no quick saving, no quick loading in this game. Just gotta roll with what you have. use what you have. Guess that tiny little robot can be destroyed with the detonators, but just that. Oh, this is a me. Maybe it's trying to punch some people. That one of the doors I was looking for. Looks like I am in a base. Gosh. To think that one game that I would like to see a re-release of is Final Goddess from Mars for MS-DOS. That game is absolute awesomeness for that game is absolute awesomeness for a platformer. Okay, looks like I have a limited time to get through this door. Oh. I have a bot to get rid of. Okay. That's why I have a bot to get rid of. That's why I had paused the game like that. I don't know if bots like that are a problem on bigger channels, but I haven't seen any bots like that on bigger channels. But then again, they might just be botted and immediately banned by the chat bot that they have going on, that they have in the chat room. I'm glad that well, I'm glad that that, you know, putting in best viewers, cheap viewers, blocks the messages from those bots that try to sell you cheap viewers.
Surrender immediately.
And, you know, up until now, the boss have been, until recently, the boss have been trying to, it's always been that specific site up until now, where they you've set up random sites for the view bots. Only recently that they set up the random site for the view bots. Will that open the... Well, what did that open if not? Okay, you open the front door. So I cannot get into the... I cannot do it like in Half-Life. Shooting loop switches. Oh, nice. A secret area. Wow. What else is there? Oh man. Speaking of the viewpoints on piracy, as I said, I don't like piracy. I prefer buying from GOG whenever I can, but sometimes game developers and publishers leave us with no choice. Jumping down there gonna kill me, I hope not. Anyway, but you know, I have an opinion on the, you know, the Spacefall Student Rewards project uses a lot of textures from Dark Forces. I don't know if they use every texture from Dark Forces. They may not use every texture from Dark Forces, but they certainly use most of the majority of the textures come from Dark Forces, and that's intentional. And if I remember, that was intentional. Damn it! I think that was the third time I died this... third or fourth time. It's all because of the very deep very deep pits that you fall into when you lose a life because the hall is so long. Then you have your shields and health reset. You have to build up your shields again. You know, on top of the Japanese stance on piracy, hating piracy from the, which I don't like piracy either. I hear that the one pirate site owner said that Japanese people were like, a lot of his traffic came from Japan. You know, a Brazilian pirate site owner said that a lot of his traffic came from Japan. I suppose that's a national thing, where, you know, it's a rules for thee but not for me, sort of thing, where you have the, I guess it's rules for thee but not for me, sort of thing, where you have the where the Japanese think it's okay to pirate stuff from other cultures and countries. But they don't pirate stuff from their own country, so okay, this is where I wanted to. This is where I wanted to go. Well, the pickup sound sounds the same as the pickup sound in Duke Nukem 3D. Pickup sound in this game sounds the same as the pickup sound in Duke Nukem 3D. You know, there's this doctrine in copyright called fair use, where if you only use a tiny portion of the copyrighted work in question, it counts as fair use. And also you have to use it for a very specific purpose, like the allowed purposes for fair use are criticism, education, and also in my YouTube video that I found out about the Japanese stance on piracy, so when the comments section talked about pirating Dostoevsky, even though Dostoevsky is public domain. I don't know the code here. Damn it, I don't know the code here. head wave. Okay. Well, I don't have to shoot things. Okay, F1 gives me the map. 2 goggles, F3. 3, F4, F5, headlight, head wave, F7, F8, F9, F10, F11, 12. What is the head wave? I don't know what the head wave does. Will I find that code in another part of the base? I really don't know. So many computer screens, and lights and stuff. Well, I don't think they need this many computers. Wait, maybe they do. Maybe they're running advanced AI system, and they need all the RAM and electricity in the world to run this AI system because they haven't figured out how to do it efficiently yet. You know, just like us. Well, I hope that they'll find some way to make AI using a lot less electricity in the near future, so that we won't have, so that AI companies won't have to eat up the entire world's supply of computer parts. Yeah. Oh, damn. Damn it. Okay. Oh, nice. Actually. I guess the headlight uses up a limited supply of battery power. Yeah. Here. Yeah, the headlight uses up a limited supply of battery power. I don't know where it shows how much battery power I have, but I assume it's shown somewhere in my HUD. And I think at the bottom right corner, I don't know. Having a hard time finding. I don't know. I think I need a code to open to get a door open, and I cannot find the code. I don't know. Like, I don't hear any sound when I get put the right. I don't know how to find this code that I'm looking for. I assume that I need to enter a code into these three things to get this door open. No idea. I don't have a lot of Windows 3.x games, but I remember there being a CD full of games and demos that I had in my childhood. The CD came packed with games for Windows 3, Windows 95, Windows 98. That was not the CD that Wing Commander Prophecy came on, but it had other games and demos for Windows 98. Remember shooting that in order to get this secret area open. I don't think there's much more that I can explore here. Back here again. I don't think this is what I want. Don't trust that area either. I think if I were to try to get onto that ledge there, it would just kill me instantly. Oh man. Abort mission. Mission goals incomplete. Abort mission. I think so. Okay, so that was mission 4. Research facility. Quit the DOS. Am I sure about that? Yes. Alright. Well, I'm done with that, and now, so, time I move on into the Spaceballs Doomer Boards project. Be changing the category. Right. Okay. Change the category, put in a stream marker, and then fire up UZDoom. Spaceballs the sequel, the search for more DBP maps. Okay. Oh yeah. Spaceballs the sequel, the search for more DBP maps. Easy, medium, hard, very hard, ludicrously hard. Ludicrously hard difficulty reminds me. The ludicrously hard difficulty reminds me of Rise of the Triad, because, you know, in Rise of the Triad you had ludicrous Gibbs. Oh yeah. This Doomer Boards project, they like to mix things up like this. This is Galaxy Grill Space Eats. Oh yeah. I don't remember that much from the movie, but I do remember quite a bit from the movie. You know, you had Dark Helmet instead of Darth Vader. You had... Okay, Space Stop! 5. Spaceballs! Doomer Boards Project 24. Spaceballs, the DBP. Nerds rage across the internet as the quarantine drags on. Boredom and isolation revive old animosities. Disney kills Star Wars. No, The Mandalorian is actually pretty good. There are heroes on no sides. A galaxy away, the wise yogurt feels a great disturbance in his shorts. Fortunately, he has a cream for that, but as he's applying it, he has a brilliant merchandising idea. With all these Michigans up in arms about this Star Wars or whatever he says to himself, this could be the perfect time to release Spaceballs, the video game. Your mention of the science fiction franchise, of course, sets off Dot Matrix's Virgin alarm, so she chimes in. But yogurt, video games are so expensive to make these days, and by my calculations we need to get it out while people are still in quarantine. Don't you worry, Dot. I know some real mentions over at Doomer Boards. We'll rip off a few Dark Forces textures, make some Doom maps, you know, keep it nice and limit removing. Bada bing, bada boom, Spaceballs is back, baby! Oh yeah. Balls. Back at Gus's. Hangar take 2. I'm playing on easy mode because I'm picked up Space Bucks. Gain 1 health. Playing on easy mode because I'm not very confident in my skills at playing this game. Radar, Mr. Coffee. I remember Mr. Radar and Mr. Coffee. Oh yeah, and this is on UZDoom. It has a hardware accelerated renderer without. I turn down the music. wonder if are the sounds loud enough? I played this long ago and found all the secrets, but I don't remember all the secrets though. Looks like he rocked something. There wasn't anything he'd rocked. Gosh, I think those were two of the symbols that I was having trouble with in the Dark Forces game. You know, the symbols with the locked door. I'm guessing those putting in the right combination will unlock that door. Joe Ilya. Oh yes, he's one of the Doomer Boards guys. And the author of this level. They made the shotgun a bit faster. Nice. Or did they make the shotgun a bit faster? Feels a bit faster. Okay. Shotgun. Oh, there's Pizza the Hut. Oh man. I also remember that Space Falls was a... Oh man, it's the worm from Freedoom. It's the demon replacement from Freedoom.
You there, stop where you are.
See you up there. They changed the pain sound for the imp. I really wish that, you know, we could get... really wish it was possible to purge the... I hear that and stuff, that everything, that Western media is now woke now, will become bad for it because it's now woke and shitty now because, you know, women have taken over, or they've become the majority of employees in these companies that make video games and stuff. Here's because women have become the majority in these companies that make video games. So we want to purge women from these companies. I don't mean to be misogynistic, but we don't need it. But if women are just gonna ruin the games for, women are just gonna... don't mean to be misogynistic, but if women are just gonna ruin games that would otherwise be great, then I dare say that is the right thing to do. It would mean that we would finally get good games coming from Mr. Exit. And how to get up there? Man, I used to memorize all the secrets in this level. I see that it's been in display in Blake Stone. You're the Dawson to see he's playing Blake Stone. Yeah, a lot of first-person shooters were on MS-DOS and PC because that was the best that's the best platform for first-person shooters. People like I like my mouse and keyboard for playing first-person shooter games like this one. A 5 out of 6. I gotta find almost all these secrets all over again. Excuse me. Power cells. It says power cells. Oh yes. I just remembered that this music comes from Back to Saturn X. The music on this level comes from Back to Saturn X. That's another very famous Doom mod. And they, one of the Doom mod where they named all the levels after songs guided by voices. One out of 2 shotgun shells. Gosh. Isn't there a secret area on these steps too? Oh man. There's obviously a way to get in there. There's stuff in there. There's Mr. Tomato Head. And I forgot to show you. I forgot to show. Look at this. It's Tomato Head again. Virgin alarm. Oh yes, Dot Matrix's virgin alarm. Oh yes, the chain gunner.
Surrender immediately.
Am I gonna miss every enemy here, or am I just gonna... Am I gonna miss every enemy here? Or am I gonna actually be able to be an enemy before he gets, before he hits me with his shots? A lot of these textures come from Dark Forces. You know. Oh, come on. I wanna be able to get through that without... Again. Oh man. They shoot yellow shrinker shots from Duke Nukem 3D. The shrinker shot from Duke Nukem 3D, except it's yellow now. Isn't there a tank or an incubus on top of that? Why is the chain gunner a golden man? I'm starting to think it might be a reference to the ultimate insult, Golden Monkey Island. The ultimate insult in Monkey Island. I guess those things are not things you can pick up, but there we go. And can't believe I'm allowed to. So much damage from the hit scanners. If I do this any better, oh, damn it, I didn't see that Revenant missile behind me. Oh, load game, not save game. Man, I remember that secret area and that switch. I remember how it would. Remember what that opens up. Right. It's all 4 secret areas. Excellent. Where to go from here? To the exit, obviously, but where is the exit? Gosh! I can imagine that this would be much harder on the higher difficulty settings. Even in the future, nothing works. That'll be a constant as long as we
Stop where you are.
as long as we are imperfect. Then I've been trying to, recently I've been trying to figure out how to add context to error messages that I add context to errors with NOM, that Rust parser or combinator library you use to make parsers. I chose that one for a project I'm working on, and I chose that particular parser library because according to the benchmarks, it's the fastest. And it certainly seems to live up to its reputation as the fastest parser combinator or framework library. Like that secret bee. This is actually my first time playing without mods, though. Up until now, I played through this mod with weapon mods like Trailblazer and just Trailblazer. Oh yeah, and that new sprite for the imp, that's the Catharsis monster from round 667. Is there any other enemies I have to worry about in here? No, I decided to play Dark Forces because that's the only Star Wars game that I know that I have on Steam or GOG. I have that one on Steam. There are other mods for Doom based on Star Wars, but I don't have the Star Wars Doom mods installed. It's the closest thing I have. the Arachnotron. Did they increase the health of the Arachnotron? Usually it would go down in 3 rockets. Oh, come on. I think I was able to get the BFG before this part. I know that the BFG in this wall is the secret area. The BFG in this level is the secret area. By the way, they may use the stripes of the tank from Duke Nukem 3D, but if you try to press the button on the back, it will not start a self-destruct sequence. Also, I would guess that those sprites are based on a pre-rendered computer graphics, and that the sprites were based on pre-rendered computer graphics, and they were cleaned up and made into actual sprite work. The final game. I've killed almost all of the monsters in this level. Oh, I guess I need the blue key before getting into... I guess I need the blue key to get the BFG. Okay, that's the red key, not the blue key. What's that? Oh man, I missed that. switch that I missed. Okay, the blue key is in there. So, cacodemon is basically a ball. Balls. Balls. Fourth be with you. Hello, rooster shooters. How you doing? Oh yeah. Now, BFG. There's Tomato Head, the mascot of the Doomer Boards projects. Doing good. I'm doing fine myself. Oh my goodness. Balls to the wall. Yeah, this is Spaceball's Doomer Boards project. You know, Spaceballs, it's based on the famous ripoff, famous parody of Star Wars where that features, what's his name? The guy who also starred in Passion of Christ. Mel Gibson, yes, that's his name. Mr. Coffee. Oh, the Berserk Pack. No, this is actually my first time playing this without any other mods. Before this, I used to play with the Trailblazer mod. Spaceballs is hilarious. And thank you for the follow. I have plans to put in new alerts, but I haven't got the time to set up the new alerts, edit out. Of course, I'm planning to have my new alert, take my new alerts, the clips of videos from Wing Commander 4. I haven't found the time to edit those Wing Commander 4 videos to use as alert videos yet. Spaceballs is hilarious. And in this one, they used a lot of textures from Dark Forces. And I don't know if their use of textures from Dark Forces, you know, some parody, it might not. We were just playing master levels from Doom 2. Holy, some of those levels are tough to figure out. I played master level. Well, I played a few of the master levels. The fact that the master levels are tough to figure out may just be the reason they're called master levels. Trying to get this Arachnode insight with a Revenant. Alright. Alright, the infight is going. Alright, the infight has started. Those are not that bad, but a couple levels are just unfair. Yeah, like the secret level in Teeth, holy crap. I haven't beat that one without mods, but I've taken, I know that secret level in Teeth is a big room with a whole bunch of cyber demons in it. Good grief. Oh, I like to play a lot of retro games, especially for PC retro games, so you can buy on Steam and GOG and other places. Not that often that you see PC retro games being played on Twitch, unfortunately. Well, I'd like to bring more attention to those retro games. Okay. Yeah, that tank guy replaces the Mancubus, but there's no way to tell how the Mancubus is going to the Mancubus is afraid that he goes through before he starts shooting. Well, hard to tell with that tank. Much harder to tell with that tank. Okay. Yeah, I like how they have Mr. Coffee and Mr. Radar and Mr. Exit. Yeah. Oh man. And they have a secret bar or rooms in there. Goodness. Oh yeah, that usually means that you've done everything you can with that switch. I still don't know where to go. Hey, I use the shotgun because that's the weapon that you're given the most ammo for. And it appears that they've sped up the shotgun a bit in this one. You know, Doomer Boards Project 24. So, I was talking a bit about piracy. I was talking a bit about piracy. I've been doing research about why people commit piracy. Why people. Big reasons people commit piracy is because, well, you know, they can't afford to pay for. They can't afford it. They can't, or it's just not available, or they can't afford it. Steam, I hear that Steam and Kill pretty good at fighting piracy. Even if they didn't kill piracy completely, they Steam has really good the customer service. They do sales all the time, and they give people what they want out of a video game storefront. That's why skiing is so popular anymore. New graphics for the plasma rifle. Nice. Can't figure out where to go from here or what to do. Like, because I only have a very limited time with this radiation suit. I think I'm going to be putting out with an article about why you people commit piracy. I don't know. I'm going to be putting it out on my personal website. Need a blue key for that. Oh, come on, the blue key is there. I cannot grab it. I cannot get it. Damn, this was right in my... The answer was there all along and I didn't pick up on it. Oh, disappointing. What was that behind the... Oh, it was Tomato Head. Pretty sure that guy's name is Tomato Head. The start of the Doomer Boards projects. Okay. Plasma gun is really the weapon to use against the Revenants. But I would like to find that fourth secret before I leave. It's gonna take a long time since I haven't played the... It's been an equally long time. It's like the automat that may have told me where that last secret is. Balls. The wall. Thinking the secret, the switch to open that secret area is somewhere over here, but I think it would be cool if you had 3D models instead of... Right. If they had 3D models for those radar dishes instead of sprites. It's the... I have all the weapons. Apparently my disc mates. Well, Okay, balls to the wall, bleeps, sleeps, and creeps. Man, I think in the original game, that Revenant missile would not have hit the lamppost there. I have, you can configure UZDoom to make it so that the projectiles will not hit the lampposts and decorations and such, but oh man, the Hell Knight from Freedom. Kinda wanna get the Revenant in front of that barrel so that I can hurt him with the barrel explosion. Okay. Well, I might be thinking of playing this further with Dustin's Pandemonia in the future. Dustin's Pandemonia is what I would call a mega mod for Doom. Man. I don't know if this music is a track that was made specifically as a bespoke music track, but I know that this mod has a couple of bespoke music tracks. Oh, come on, you don't are dead from 3 rocket hits. By the way, I think if I remember, I'm using the default sound font for the UZDoom. Oh, I don't want to end the game. Oh, come on. Like it's not possible to hit that guy. Yeah, the Magicus also moves very slowly, so you can't really tell when he stops moving. Not when you're Not when you're moving all over the place, too. Just to find out a way to get a clear shot at this guy. There we go. Dead now. And my goodness. Agua! Wait, there was something over there. I think I had to go all the way. I think I had to go all the way over there in order to find it. But hey, it was an invisibility sphere. Oh, and here's where that's where the Archie was. So about that door that was blocking the secret area, should open now. Probably not, but worth a look anyway, I think. If I knew where to go. No, it's in the pistol because supposedly it's more accurate. They didn't increase the health of the Archies, did they? Still have 700 health and takes 4 rockets to kill. Or just to take more now. Well, this music is also seems to be in the style of Star Wars. I was thinking of playing Wing Commander 3 a bit more. because Wing Commander 3, Wing Commander takes a lot from Star Wars. Guess what? You just have to launch that door or two. I guess there might be a line or something that I cross in order to get that door open, and I have to run through it before it closes. Gotta keep an eye on that door. Or maybe there's a switch hidden around here somewhere that opens up that door, and I missed it. Definitely not getting through it by the... That's a bit too far away for... Forget. I forget. Yellow key for that. I think by the time I have the yellow key, I'll be able... I'll have that door open, maybe. I will have found out how to open that door. It's been so long since I played this. Getting myself lucky there. I don't know if this will put me in a place where point of no return, but I like how they use the free-to-roam monsters and stuff for this level. I like how they use the free-to monsters for this mod. Free-to-roam is, yeah. They know free-to-roam for being not that good, but I think it's pretty good now. Well, Freedom has come a long way since the last tweet, really. Freedom has come quite a long way, and I think it's pretty good now. Where are you? Well, I'm glad this water doesn't hurt me. Heck. Oh no, I lost connection from the chat. Oh no. I'm glad I can turn auto aim off in UZDoom. Otherwise, I think it would have aimed at those flesh wounds there, and totally ruined me. Really, I can make it out of this with 200 health and armor, hopefully. I'm using the shotgun because there's always plenty of ammo for the shotgun. After doing a bit of research on piracy, I think the best way to fight piracy is to make things more affordable, and pay people more, and make things available. You know, the things that people want. Things that people want to pirate, make them available. Let people do what they would like with whatever they people do. You know, if I want to ROM hack something, let me use my ROM hacks. Base bucks. Yeah, me go. Jumps right in my face. Yeah, thanks a lot. UZDoom 2 looks different. Oh yes, it is. It does look different. It's the Spaceballs Doomer Boards project. It's the Doomer Boards project based on Spaceballs. You know, that infamous parody of Star Wars featuring Mel Gibson. I've seen that. You have to check it out. Well, I don't know where to watch it, but I know that I've seen it in some. I know that I've seen Spaceballs from time to time on TV. know a few sites where to get it. They're probably all illegal sites, but probably all illegal pirate sites. But speaking of piracy, I've been talking quite a bit about piracy during this stream, and I believe the best way to fight piracy is to make things more affordable, or pay people more so they can afford to buy things legitimately, and make things, the things that people want to pirate, make them available to people in the format that they want to have it in, like a DVD or like a DVD or a video download, or how GOG has the game downloads, GOG and Steam have game downloads. Make them available in that format so that people Oh yeah, I'm also using a mod called Intelligent Supplies, which lets you take part of an ammo pickup without taking the whole pickup. If you run over a 20 shell or shotgun ammo pickup, but you already have like 2 less than the maximum amount of shotgun shells. Intelligent Supplies does that for you. Sweeps and creeps. Millennium Falcon Punch! Millennium Falcon Punch! Colonel Sanders, what has that fool Doom guy done now? He's triggered the Map 7 intermission, Lord Tomato. Intermission? When does that happen in the WAD? It's happening now, sir. What happened to Map 6? We just passed it. When? Uh-oh, here we go again. 7. Millennium Falcon Punch. Millennium Falcon Punch! Oh yeah, and speaking of the Millennium Falcon, the Japanese company Falcon is named itself after the Millennium Falcon and computer installs. Yeah. Yeah, well, Spaceball does have Mel Gibson in it. Well, as far as I know, there are at least 2 Spaceballs movies. The first Spaceballs movie and the Search for More. Search for More, whatever. I don't know the title of that movie. It's been way too long since I've seen those movies. Man, I see those yellow lost souls and I'm thinking, pretty sure there's only one Spaceball movie. They're working on a sequel right now, but no Mel Gibson. Oh, I thought Mel Gibson was in at least the first Spaceballs movie. And so much of this stuff is from Dark Forces, but the cliff textures are from Duke Nukem 3D. Recolored, of course. What? Well, Bill Pullman is in the Spaceballs movie. Okay. Well, I guess I will look it up later. See who's actually in that movie. Whether or not Mel Gibson is in it. How are you doing, by the way, Cliff Booth? Well, I guess if I can't find all the secrets in my first try, I can go back and replay this and find them on the second try. Better, but try not to complain too much so that it doesn't get worse. Okay. I hate it when they do that. That pisses me off so much. Like the plasma sound, I think it's from Doom 3. I haven't played Doom 3 yet, even though I now have it in my blog account. I have Doom 3. I don't like using the plasma gun because it's the limited ammo for it. The ammo for it is so limited. Oh man, I can't really think of what to say right now. I've been thinking of turning my mobile phone into a teleprompter so that it can remind me of what to say. Yeah, sometimes you need to do that. Oh yeah, the weapon wheel is another mod by M8F. It's part of M8F's toolbox, and unless you need to finally try Doom 64 someday. Yeah. There are quite a few games in my... There are a huge amount of games in my backlog. I think a lot of those games in my backlog are from the... I got a lot of games... I got a lot of Steam keys by supporting a charity, Wildlife Australia Wildfire Relief Fund. I donated on Humble Bundle, and I got a whole bunch of Steam keys for that. So many games, so little time, you're right. Keep wondering if there's a better way to get through these parts. And then, just... You're not telling me that. Wonder if from what game are those tall enemies? They're from Freedom. They're recolored Freedom monsters. Yeah, those were the Pain Bringers, the Hell Knights from Freedom. Never saw that. Well, Freedom has come a long way since the release in the early 2000s, years ago. Took so long to get out a new release of Freedom, but there is a new release of Freedom out. You could also check out the nightly builds of Freedom. Freedom advances very slowly because recognize those vehicle enemies from Duke Nukem 3D. Yes, but the thing about them is it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell when they're gonna shoot at you, because unlike the Mancubus, they don't have a dedicated frame for stopping and opening fire. What opened that up? Oh, come on. Oh, please. I'd like to find out. I want to see if I can get that. I want to see if I can get the secret area open again. Forget it, no clip. I used to know how to get those open, but I Apparently I don't anymore. Just to know how to get the secret areas open. Apparently I don't anymore. If I can find at least one secret before. Yeah, I used to know these levels like the back of my hand, but I seem to have forgotten. Just in case the game pulls some underhanded shit on me, like it did with the Revenant this last time. Well, at least that time it was. At least that time it was in a less underhanded manner than just teleporting him in behind me. What was that? Something. Well, it had to be a switch for something. Pew 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 indeed. Oh, that switch obviously opened something up. Oh, I've done all I can with that switch, so... It was Tomato Head yet again. Okay, I need a red key for that. About the pause there, I wanted to go Freaking sun now. Good grief. Chaos. Happens all the time. It happens all the time in Doom. Yes, it's rather a chaotic situation. I was hoping to get that guy to run into the Revenant missile for me. And because we send the Revenant missiles, they home in if the tick is odd or even. That's how they did the random Revenant homing missiles in the original game. Really should have looked behind me. Go for the pain elemental first, because he spits lost souls at you. And that can be a pain if you let him spit too many at you. Okay, is there anything over here worth doing or picking up? Looks like no. Well, that's the red key. I still need the blue key. Hope I can find the switch that opens that door. If I can get that open again, I doubt I'll be able to get that open again, but yeah, I think I missed the opportunity to get that open again. Get that open in a second time. Because all the monsters were coming out of it. I went here before, I think I have. I have been here before. But still, I need the blue key. There's no way. Get plenty of shotgun ammo, so why not? I think I wouldn't have to break the belt, but is there gonna be an Archie around here somewhere? I wouldn't rule it out. Three more monsters left. Still don't know where the switch to open that one is. Once I missed the opportunity to get it open. Alright. That was awesome. Shoot tomato head to open up that little sphere secret area. And jump into that room to get the jump into that room because I can. Right. Millennium Falcon punch! I'm surrounded by assholes! Man. So, I'll do a quick preview of this level. So it's time. I've almost got in my 3 hours, so figure do a quick preview of this level and get on with the rest of my day. Thank you very much for coming. I really do appreciate it. You really made it feel like it's worth it for me to keep streaming. I'm glad my stream went well. My frame rate is okay. Driver gameplay mod featuring Nvidia. Maybe a good idea to raid this guy. Right. I will see you maybe Wednesday, maybe Saturday. Okay. Goodbye.